Available now at Pennywise and leading pharmacies nationwide. Berberine Plus. Your heart deserves better.
Time Check, brought to you by BioStrath Immune with added zinc. Distributed by H&J Enterprises Limited.
Paralyzed from a police shooting and now facing manslaughter charges, Kaya Seeley says she's no gangster. Father and son laid to rest 2 weeks after fatal shooting. Opposition leader defends yet another walkout after Deputy Speaker brings an early end to last night's debate.
Coming up in sport, Endeavour and Club Sando in a showdown for the Premier Division 2 T20 title.
Good evening, I'm Bhavita Gopal Chan and this is the weekend news here on CNC3. Kaya Seeley, the victim in a fatal January police shooting, who's now facing manslaughter charges, says she's no gangster and she's never been in trouble with the law. In a statement sent through her lawyer, Seeley says she never held a gun, much less fired one at police officers, and had only ever seen a gun on a police officer or security guard. Seeley faces 3 counts of shooting with intent to cause grievous bodily harm against police officers. Investigators also obtained a warrant accusing Seeley of manslaughter, alleging she unlawfully killed Joshua Samru during the incident, along with other related charges. Now, she said she learned through the media about the charges against her. Since then, she said attorney Fayola Sandy wrote to the TTPS seeking clarification but received no response. In the message, Seeley described herself as a hard-working, believing Christ. She described the agony of seeing Joshua Samru die in front of her while spending the next few months trying to recover for the sake of her daughter. She said the full truth of what happened on January 20th will emerge. Meanwhile, opposition leader Penelope Beckles says the Kaya Seeley case reinforces the need for body cameras to be used by officers, saying it will help with public trust in the police service. The incident was once again placed in focus after instructions were given to place a manslaughter charge against a mother of one in relation to the death of Joshua Samru. The opposition leader shared her view on the matter at the Tunapuna Piaga Regional Corporation Sports Day at Constantine Park in Macoya earlier today.
I think almost every citizen was concerned about that matter, and I think the whole country was waiting patiently to see what was the outcome. I have said over and over that an important intervention must be body cameras. I mean, you must have a situation where the public feels fairly confident that we have the best possible evidence that is available.
Well, Seeley was paralyzed in the police-involved shooting incident which claimed Samru's life. CCTV footage of the incident has raised public concern about the police's handling of the incident. Beckles says the TTPS should take action to increase public confidence now.
Because had there been no video footage, at least we would not have really gotten a clue as to what it is that transpires. As citizens, as members of the public, the most important thing as it relates to fighting crime would always be the issue of trust.
According to the Police Complaints Authority, there have been 15 police-involved shootings for the year, with 19 victims so far. In light of those concerns, today we asked, do you think Police Commissioner Alistair Guevara is doing a good job? Here's what some of you had to tell us.
First time at the job, and he has a lot to learn still.
No, he's not. Too many crimes are happening in the country, and unsolved mysteries, unsolved crimes, it's not getting solved.
I think the commissioner is fairly new. He is not doing a good job. He's doing an okay job. There's a lot of things that he could improve in. I think time is what he needs. Let me give him some time. Let me see how he's going.
He's not doing a good job. We still have a lot of crime going on, and the police is still covering up a lot for police.
The responsibility is ours, and yet I think the police, we should have greater presence. Like right now, I'm not really seeing any police on the promenade. So a greater police presence all around will be good. Yet I know that it's hard. We can't foretell the future, what they're going to do. We could pray for our own safety and our friends and enemies. But I can't judge anyone. I can't judge him. I can only hope to see that he would work out more police if it's army and police, you know.
They're doing stupidness instead of doing the work.
On to some other news now. This week should have been a celebration of little Akini Kafi's birthday. Instead, today he and his father, Akil, will lay to rest. The two were gunned down on May 7th. Before that ambush, Akini's mother had already planned a Thanksgiving service to honor his life. A service that went ahead today, but under heartbreaking circumstances. Jan Sullivan reports.
In coffins side by side, father and son Akil and Akini Kafi were remembered at the Corpus Christi Roman Catholic Church in Laventille. Akini would have celebrated his third birthday on Thursday. And while Happy Birthday was sung, the candles that were lit Thursday night were not in celebration, rather condemnation for what those gathered said was another senseless killing. Akini was killed on May 7th when gunmen opened fire on his family's vehicle in Belmont. His mother, Antonia Kane Kafi, was wounded, while his father and father's friend, Anthony Wilson, were also shot dead. Relatives waited until she was discharged from the hospital to hold today's funeral. During his homily, Father Clifford Mainu called on the congregation to unite with the help of the Holy Spirit. He reiterated the call made during Akini's vigil for greater spiritual intervention.
And if you take nothing from this service, let Akini and his son, Akini, speak to you to call for the Holy Spirit.
Akini's teacher Diana recalled her last day with him days before his murder. The day he was killed should have been an ordinary day at school, but now she has the burden of giving a eulogy.
But despite the pain we all feel today, I am happy. I have 365 days to love him and to cherish him.
In attendance was MP for the area Kareem Marcel and Councillor Adana Griffith Gordon. The father and son were buried at the Crown Street Public Cemetery. No arrests have been made in this triple killing. Jensen Lavend, CNC3 News.
Opposition leader Penelope Beckles has raised concerns that her party continues to be muzzled in the Parliament after Laventille West MP Kareem Marcel appeared to be bypassed at the debate. Peter Christopher tells us more in this story.
Member for St. Joseph Arangwa.
From a point of agreement to an issue of contention, the Victims' Rights Bill was on a path to a simple conclusion on Friday. But when Acting Speaker of the House, Dr. Aina Ali, rose at the end of Port of Spain South MP Keith Scotland's contribution to acknowledge Arangwa St. Joseph MP David Maharaj instead of Laventille West MP Kareem Marcel, the opposition bench cried foul.
Ridiculous. That's ridiculous.
Marcel was expected to speak before the Justice Minister wrapped the debate. However, the acting speaker still went to Maharaj, prompting a walkout from the opposition bench. At the Tunapuna Regional Corporation Sports Day on Saturday, the opposition leader, Penelope Beckles, says it is the latest in a string of actions meant to limit her party's voice in Parliament.
So they were aware up front. In any event, we had two speakers. But yet still, they wouldn't allow him to speak. And that is not the first time, because you would recall that even on the last private members' day, so this situation seemed to be developing, and we will have our caucus on Monday.
The opposition leader adds that the government has also been very selective on matters before the Privileges Committee.
And they quickly brought the motion as it relates to Senator Bates and Senator Alwari, and as I said, met on a Saturday and met several times in 1 week to deal with that matter. So the question arises, you want to talk about speed, indecisiveness, and all of those things, and as it relates to you, you pick and choose what matters you want to deal with.
Beckles says, conversely, a matter involving her before the committee since last October has not been heard. She says given the latest events following the party caucus, the PNM will decide its approach in the next parliamentary session. The government has not commented on the matter. Peter Christopher, CNC3 News.
Well, coming up after the break, did you see something strange in the sky last night? We'll tell you about that strange flying object when we return.
New remedy for the healthy function of the nerves in the feet and legs.
I have been living with diabetes over 10 years, and the nerve pain was becoming unbearable. The numbness, the tingling, the burning became a daily challenge. A friend told me about New Remedy, and after 3 weeks of trying it, there was a marked difference.
Benfotiamine, a synthetic form of thiamine, has been scientifically shown to help relieve many of these symptoms, especially in early cognitive decline. I strongly recommend it as part of your supplement regime and for all patients with nerve problems.
I have confidence in New Remedy because it contains benfotiamine. This has been proven to help with numbness, tingling, and pain in the legs and feet. As a pharmacist, I strongly recommend New Remedy to all my clients.
If you're experiencing nerve pain like I did, try New Remedy. It worked for me, it will work for you.
New Remedy is available at all major pharmacies nationwide.
Food Basket Marketplace, Arima, Shogwana, Charflair, and Goville. Everyday low prices. Clean and white bleach, 950 ml, $15. Blue Waters Cran Water, 1 liter, 2 for $15. Hibiscus all-purpose flour, 2 kilograms for $15. Hooks May cornmeal, 340 grams, $15. From fresh produce to pantry essentials and household items, visit Food Basket Marketplace, Arima, Shogwana, Charflair, and Goville. Food Basket Marketplace, where shopping is a pleasure and the price is right.
Heart disease is the #1 cause of death in Trinidad and Tobago, driven by 2 silent threats, diabetes and high cholesterol. But now there's a powerful ally, introducing Berberine Plus by Asia Nutrition, clinically proven to stabilize blood sugar and keep cholesterol levels in check. With 99.9% pure extract, you get superior absorption and real results. Available now at Pennywise and leading pharmacies nationwide. Berberine Plus. Your heart deserves better.
Welcome back. The Public Services Association says negotiations will continue even after Chief Personnel Officer Commander Dr. Darrell Dindial gave the union 4 weeks to accept what it described as the government's best and final offer. The union and the CPO met yesterday. The union said it rejected the Chief Personnel Officer's proposal of 40% cash and 60% non-cash benefits. The non-cash benefits include mortgage offsets, tax relief, tuition support, medical coverage, and motor vehicle tax concessions. The union now wants 60% cash and 40% deferred cash. The PSA is also seeking mortgage relief options, supermarket and fuel credit facilities, land access, and improved pension benefits. Also, the union insists all retirees must receive their outstanding arrears entirely in cash. The negotiations cover the periods 2014 to 2016 and 2017 to 2019. The union said it will submit revised proposals in writing on Monday. On to some other developments now. The governments of Trinidad and Tobago and Venezuela held virtual talks yesterday to discuss the recent offshore oil spill in the Gulf of Paria. A release from the Energy Ministry said Energy Minister Dr. Rodel Munilal and Venezuelan officials discussed cooperation and information sharing on the incident at the riser platform number 2 in the main Soldado field. Well, Dr. Munilal reportedly proposed a joint working committee to address the spill and discuss a bilateral oil spill contingency plan. Venezuela has raised concerns about the spill, seeking information as well as compensation, saying it may have affected its coastline and marine ecosystems. While both countries say they will continue engaging as technical work continues. Police arrested 709 people for driving under the influence in 2025, the highest number recorded since 2019. According to figures from the Crime and Problem Analysis Branch, 662 people were held for exceeding the legal breath alcohol limit, while 47 failed to provide breath specimens. The Southern Division recorded the highest number of DUI arrests with 299, followed by the Central Division with 246. The figures come as government increased or doubled most of the traffic fines. DUI fines increased from $12,000 to $15,000. Meanwhile, Minister in the Ministry of Health, Dr. Rashad Sitran, told the lower house there was a recent decrease in the number of traffic tickets issued, meaning there was an increase in compliance. He still praised the increase in fines as a way of changing behavior.
Large-scale studies have also shown that doubling alcohol taxes can and will reduce traffic fatalities by approximately 11%. And that is what the Minister of Finance did. He didn't double the taxes, but he increased the taxes on alcohol. These findings show and demonstrate a clear inverse relationship between alcohol pricing and road fatalities, making taxation an effective policy and tool for improving road safety.
The minister also said alcohol consumption in Trinidad and Tobago has increased significantly, with 51% of people reporting drinking alcohol in the last 30 days in 2024, which is up from 40% in 2011. He says youth alcohol use is also higher than some Caribbean neighbors. On to some other developments now. Opposition leader Penelope Beckles says profitability at Caribbean Airlines is important, but so is Caribbean connectivity. Beckles says Trinidad and Tobago's role as a leading CARICOM through trade and transport cannot be ignored. Now, her statement comes as Caribbean Airlines moves to cut loss-making regional routes and reduce flights on others as part of a network overhaul aimed at improving financial stability.
The truth is that Trinidad and Tobago has always recognized this relationship between Trinidad and the several other CARICOM countries. But they cannot just, in my humble view, get up in the parliament and read a statement and say, this is our position, that we are no longer going, these routes are no longer profitable, and that's the end of it. And that is why the issue of CARICOM is so important.
Well, yesterday, Transport Minister Eli Zachary said in Parliament the airline's Eastern Caribbean expansion failed to meet expectations, with some routes recording sustained losses. From June 1st, Caribbean Airlines will exit Dominic and St. Kitts and the Guyana to Suriname non-stop service and reduce flights to Martinique and Guadeloupe. Well, many of you would have noticed a bright object moving across the skies of Trinidad and Tobago last evening. Well, it was actually the SpaceX Starship V3 rocket, which was launched from Starbase in South Texas during its first test flight. The rocket, described as the largest and most powerful ever built, was carrying 20 mock Starlink satellites, and 2 test satellites. Videos of the glowing object quickly spread on social media, with many people speculating about what they were seeing. Well, one man from South Arapooch said the experience was frightening.
There was a light in front and a black portion. I don't know what it is, and it looked like it was like if it was flying. Honestly, I watched it proper. The way how it leaped and keep on going, you're seeing something like if it we call them a pause raising, and it just going. And when it reached about 1,000 feet from us, the lights came off. I thought it was a sukunya, honestly, because the way I was moving.
Well, international news outlets reported the rocket reached its final destination in the Indian Ocean, even though it had some engine trouble. It then erupted in flames upon impact. Well, still to come in sport. TNT's Dylan Carter continues his medal hunt at the Pro Swim Series in Sacramento.
It's Super Month End Savings, only at Passat's The Food King. Incredible deals on Santa Rosa Vienna Sausage, 4 tins, now $20. Golden Brand Margarine Stick, to 25 grams, 3 packs, now $20. Guiltless Yum Yogurt, 4 tubs, now $20. More wow deals on Sierra Chicken Franks, 3 packs, now $20. Happy Charming Noodles, rolled or fine, 340 grams, 3 packs, now $20. Lucas Aid Energy. 360 ml, 2 bottles, now $20. Fresh Harvest, Chana and Brine. 3 tins, now $20. More super savings on Moo, low-fat evaporated milk, 250 ml, 4 packs, now $20. Blue Sea tuna flakes in water and oil, 4 tins, now $20. Cataly tomato ketchup, 3 packs, now $20. Sale ends June 7th or while stocks last.
Quality value, that's our way. The real Versailles, we're here to stay. The food king Versailles.
The moment my children came into my life, I do everything I can for them to live healthy, enjoyable lives. Nature's Ways Alive Kids Gummies are multivitamin gummies meant to support the development of children's bodies. They come in delicious fruit flavors and contain natural plant-based pectin. This means that if I am looking for an alternative to animal-based gelatin for personal reasons, they are the best choice for my little ones. Choose Alive Kids Gummies by Nature's Way for your children because they deserve it.
Recession have you down? Don't lose hope. Head on down to Tire Clinic for the recession deals. Big savings with our road hazard warranty on download Sumitomo and Falcon tires. Available at Tire Clinic, Couva, Chaguanas, and Plaisance Park. Tire Clinic, a tire for every need. Call 636-8973 or 636-2958. Dress like you mean business. At The Working Woman, we bring you stylish, professional looks made for the modern woman. From casual to formal workwear, we've got your professional wardrobe covered.
In this business, you have to have at least one vice or a combination of several. So if you don't smoke, what do you do to unwind?
I guess you like the song.
That's great.
Don't miss TNT's hit soap Westwood Park, Saturdays at 7:30 p.m. Only on CNC3. Get the story first. Want to know what's happening in news, sports, or crime? Get the CNC3 app. As the story breaks, CNC3 is there giving you the story first on your mobile device. Be connected to the most trusted and reliable news source, CNC3. Access your world with just a tap. The CNC3 app. Download it today.
Falling off tonight's action on a gloomy afternoon at the Queen's Park Oval, Club Sando produced a blistering batting display against Endeavour Sports in the Premiership Tour final of the T20 Festival. Here's Rajiv Surat Singh with those highlights.
Batting first after winning the toss, Club Sando piled up an imposing 213 for 7 from their allotted 20 overs. Led by a destructive innings from Quinton Simpson, Simpson unleashed a brutal assault on the Endeavour bowling attack, smashing 71 off just 23 deliveries in a knock packed with boundaries and towering sixes that shifted the momentum heavily in Club Sando's favour. He received a solid support from Kieran Rampasad, who added 38, while skipper Silas Cooper chipped in with a valuable 37 to ensure the innings maintained its aggressive tempo throughout. Despite a few breakthroughs from the Endeavour bowlers in the middle overs, Club Sando continued to score freely and finished with a daunting total in the championship encounter. But Endeavour Sports showed little sign of intimidation in the chase. The batsmen came out positively and kept the scoreboard ticking in pursuit of the massive target. At press time, Endeavour had raced to 73 for 2, requiring a further 141 runs from 73 balls in what was shaping up to be a thrilling finale under overcast skies at the Oval. Rajiv Surat Singh, CNC3 Sport.
Well, we'll have the full highlights of this final in tomorrow's Sportcast. To the track now. Trinidad and Tobago cyclist Neil Campbell continued her dominant run at the National Track Cycling Championships at the National Cycling Centre in Balmain-Couva, adding a third national title to her growing tally. After already claiming medals in the individual pursuit and kilometre time trial on opening day, Campbell powered to victory in the women's points race, completing the demanding 120-lap event ahead of heatwave rider Alexi Ramirez. Akil Campbell also celebrated success, capturing the elite and under-23 men's points race title in another grueling 120-lap contest. While elsewhere, Tristan Jaichan claimed junior boys honours, while Team Coal Safety Cycling captured the men's team sprint title, while Madonna Wheelers took gold in the women's team sprint. To the pool now, Trinidad and Tobago swimmer Dylan Carter delivered another strong performance today at the Pro Swim Series in Sacramento, qualifying third fastest for the men's 50-meter butterfly final. Representing Azure Florida Aquatics, Carter touched the wall in 23.49 seconds during the preliminaries, finishing behind Americans Sean Newell and Michael Andrew. The Trinidad and Tobago record holder looked sharp throughout the race and secured his place comfortably among the top 8 finalists in one of his signature sprint events. The final is set for later tonight. Well, Charlottesville came alive today with the opening leg of the 2026 Darts Diving World Tour. Daredevil divers soared off a 30-meter platform, splashing into the sea. The event was broadcast live on ESPN in the United States. Assistant Secretary of Tourism Nikita Percy believes sport tourism is soaring in Tobago.
We always have something magical in our hands. Once it's tourism we're talking about, we always have the ideas, we always have things that we have in our back pocket to pull out. Today is an amazing event. The Darts second year, and we're really proud of what it's becoming and what it have a lot of growing still to happen. So today is just another showing of how great this event could be.
Well, Percy said the partnership with ESPN will help highlight Tobago and attract more visitors to the island. The Queen's Park Savannah was buzzing with activity this afternoon as hundreds of runners and walkers took part in the inaugural Promise House TT Celebrate Life 5K. Participants circled the Savannah in support of pediatric cancer care, hospice service and programs aimed at assisting senior citizens across TNT. The event, hosted by Promise House TT, raised awareness for 3 key initiatives. Promise House, which supports children battling cancer and chronic illnesses, Promise Hospice, which offers free palliative care for cancer patients, and Promise Haven, which focuses on care for the elderly. Families, fitness enthusiasts and supporters turned out in large numbers, creating an energetic atmosphere while promoting healthy living and community togetherness. Secretary of the Board of Directors from Promise House TT, Sharice Strobel, was enthusiastic about the large turnout.
We had 1,000, a sign up for 1,000, and we did in fact meet our target. So we're pretty proud of that for our first time around. We weren't sure that we'd be able to generate the interest, but here we are, 1,000 people later, and yeah, we're excited to get it going.
Well, that's how we end sport. It's back to a break.
Heart disease is the #1 cause of death in Trinidad and Tobago, driven by 2 silent threats, diabetes and high cholesterol. But now there's a powerful ally, introducing Berberine Plus by Asia Nutrition, clinically proven to stabilize blood sugar and keep cholesterol levels in check. With 99.9% pure extract, you get superior absorption and real results. Available now at Pennywise and leading pharmacies nationwide. Berberine Plus, your heart deserves better.
Plumbing problems? Don't guess. Call Plumbing Solutions at 628-4646. Proud to be serving Trinidad and Tobago for over 20 years. We do it all. Maintenance and repairs, new construction, sewer lines, inspection, drain cleaning, leak detection. We are licensed and insured. So call Plumbing Solutions at 628-4646.
The Trump administration has announced a major immigration policy change affecting foreign nationals living in the United States on temporary visas, including students, workers, and tourists from the Caribbean. Well, under the new rule, individuals seeking permanent residency or green card must now return to their home countries to apply through U.S. consular offices abroad. U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services says exceptions will only apply in extraordinary circumstances. Immigration advocates, however, are criticizing the move, warning it could lead to lengthy delays, family separation, and increased uncertainty for thousands of applicants worldwide. And now for a look at tomorrow's weather forecast. The Met Office says there will be variably cloudy with occasional showers, mainly over Trinidad, while there is a medium chance of thunderstorm activity favoring southern Trinidad. A mild concentration of Sahara dust is present in the atmosphere. And tomorrow's maximum forecast temperature in Trinidad is 30 degrees Celsius, while Tobago will experience a high of 31. Seas are moderate with waves 1.5 to 2 meters in open waters and below 1 meter, occasionally choppy near showers. Well, that brings us to the end of tonight's newscast. I'm Bhavita Gopalchan, and on behalf of the entire team, thank you so much for watching. Have a good night.
You're watching CNC3.